Top 10 anime where the main character is overpowered, but pretends to be weak too. My best part of anime is when the main character unleashes some incredible power and vanquishes a really powerful foe. But do you know what makes scenes like this even better? When the main character's power is always hidden, sometimes even from the viewers, and he has to face a foe that is visibly stronger than him. As you'd expect, the opponent would underestimate him, but then out of nowhere, he unleashes some incredible power that takes everyone by surprise, giving the viewers chilling goosebumps. Now that is how to make a scene. In this video today, we would be looking at the top 10 anime where the main character hides his power and is considered weak until he shows his power. These animes would keep you on the edge of your seat, and so will this video. So make sure you watch till the end and update your anime list. But before we go on, consider hitting the subscribe button to become a member of this amazing family. Without further ado, allow me to show you my list of the top 10 animes where the main character is overpowered but pretends to be weak. If you have any opinions about my list, drop them in the comments section after this video. Let's get started. Number 10, Sword Art Online. Set in the year 2022, Sword Art Online is based on a highly anticipated MMORPG of the same name, which allows players to enter a virtual reality world called Aincrad via special helmets called Nerve Gear. However, panic arises when the 10,000 players logged in realize that the only way to log out is by beating and completing all 100 levels of the game and defeating the final boss, and that death in the game meant death in real life. Truly a dicey situation. The main character, Kazuto Kirigaya, nicknamed Kurito, is a normal student who loved playing games and spent most of his time on them. He had taken part in the beta testing program for the game earlier, so he had knowledge of how the game works. While others were still trying to find their bearings, he was leveling up as quickly as he could, and gathering rare weapons, which soon turned him into a really formidable foe. This is my favorite kind of anime, and trust me, it will blow your mind. Number 9, Kengan Ashura. Kengan Ashura is not like your typical overpowered MC anime. This anime brings a different storyline and even more excitement. Set in modern Japan, where gladiator fights is a huge and thriving business, it tells the story of Oma Tokita, a seemingly weak fighter who was recruited to fight in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament by Nogi Hideki, the CEO of Nogi Group. There was a lot at stake in this tournament, aside from the massive monetary gains for the winner of the tournament. The CEO whose fighter wins the tournament gets the title of the chairman of the Kengan Association, a position that holds great prestige and power. As time goes on, Oma proves to become a very vicious fighter who stops at nothing to deal devastating punishment to his opponent. Unlike other fighters, he is not here for the monetary gain. And unlike other animes, he is not looking to increase his power or develop his potential or anything of that sort. He just wants to fight and become the #1 fighter in the country. Number 8, The Legend of the Legendary Heroes. The double use of the word legend in the title of this anime tells you all you need to know about it. Packed with suspense and breathtaking scenes, this anime would make your heart race from the beginning to the very end. There are 3 main characters in this anime: a lazy man who loves naps, a half-noble whose main goal is to bring peace to the world, and a dongo-obsessed female named Ferris. The main protagonist, however, is the lazy mage, who is the bearer of the Alpha Stigma, a mark that gives its bearer incredible power. When activated, the user loses consciousness and destroys everything around him, friend or foe. What makes him even more dangerous is that his power is stronger than normal, which makes him a bigger threat. He must hide his power as he embarks on a quest to bring peace to the world with his companions. Number 7. The Demon Lord Satan.
世界を支配するこの俺に地味な役割を押し付けてくれた。こいつどうしたらいいと？
This anime is a must to your anime watch list this year. It tells the story of the Demon Lord Satan and his incredible power with which he used to conquer the land of Enta Isla. His goal was to conquer the entire planet, but his plans were foiled by the hero Amelia, who decimated his vast demon armies, forcing him to escape with his assistant Alciel through a portal. He finds himself on Earth with only a fraction of his powers. He takes the form of an average Japanese man named Sadeo Mao and takes a job at a restaurant to blend into the human world. He now has a new goal: to conquer the Earth by climbing up the corporate ladder while hiding his demonic powers. Number 6. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. If anyone is asked what superpowers they would like, I'm very sure no one would pick the powers of slime. But what we don't know is that slime can actually be very powerful if tweaked well enough. It tells the story of Satoru Makami, a 37-year-old corporate worker who had a very monotonous life and was very comfortable with it. All that changed when he was attacked and stabbed several times on his way back home. He gets reincarnated as a blob of slime in a strange world. This gives him the ability to mimic anything and take its shape, and also acquire the powers of whatever enemies he defeats. The fact that he can take the shape of whatever object he wants makes him incredibly powerful. Together with his catastrophe-level dragon called the Storm Dragon, he sets out to explore his new world and conquer it. Number 5. Chrome-Shelled Regios. This anime is set in an alternate reality where Earth has been overrun by mutated machine beasts named filth monsters. These beasts have forced humanity to live in mobile cities called Regios to avoid coming in contact with them. But for the few times humans come across these beasts, they fight them using special weapons called Dite and the power of Kai, which every human had. The main protagonist, Lifon Alsif, is very skilled at using the Dite and has a large amount of Kai, which makes him very powerful. However, he decides to leave this life of fighting behind and live a normal life by hiding his skills and powers. But he is unable to do so after he caught the attention of Ninja Ontalk, the captain of the 17th Military Arts Platoon, who wants him on her team. Watch it to find out how that goes. Number 4. Mob Psycho 100. This anime follows the life of an 8th grader named Shigeo Kageyama, also known as Mob, who lives in Seasoning City. He was born with incredible psychic power, which makes him an Esper. However, he is not just your ordinary Esper, as he holds the power of over 1,000 Espers, and it is connected to his emotions. To keep his powers from being revealed, always try to keep his emotions in check, thus fading into the background and remaining inconspicuous. He works as an assistant for a self-proclaimed psychic named Region Arataka, who is supposed to show him how to control his abilities. As time goes on, his suppressed emotions continue to grow, and every day he comes closer to unleashing his power. Can he be stopped? Watch to find out. Number 3. 7 Deadly Sins. Are you a true anime fan if you have not watched 7 Deadly Sins? In my opinion, not so much. This anime tells the story of a group of knights in the region of Britannia, who were disbanded for plotting to overthrow the king. They were supposedly stopped and killed by the Holy Knights. However, 10 years later, the Holy Knights staged a coup and captured the king, forcing the princess to flee. She embarks on a quest to find the 7 Deadly Sins, as they're the only ones who can protect her from the Holy Knights and rescue her father. The main character is Melodius, the captain of the 7 Deadly Sins, also known as the Dragon Sin of Wrath. Want to see how powerful he is? Add this anime to your watch list. Number 2. One Punch Man. Yes, the main character is insanely powerful, and yes, he destroys his enemies with just one punch. The title pretty much says it all. Saitama is a hero in the supercontinent Earth, where monsters and powerful villains have been terrorizing the cities. Saitama has trained himself to the extent that he can decimate any being with just one punch, no matter how powerful it is. This leaves him in a perpetual state of boredom, as all his fights end as quickly as they start. Saitama then joins the Hero Association, but due to his low score in the entrance exam, he was placed at the lowest rank, thus making his powers to go unnoticed. Now, this is where it gets interesting. But this is also where I'll stop. Watch it and see how it goes. And number 1, the daily life of the immortal king. Wang Ling is a cultivation genius, who has way more power than he or anyone can handle. He is so powerful, he could walk as soon as he was born, and achieved a new realm once every 2 years. At 16 years, he is the most powerful human being and is almost unkillable. But there's a downside to this. People see him as a freak and are scared of him. Due to this, he is not able to make any friends and is usually isolated. He plans to hide his power so that he can fit into high school and have a normal life. But problems keep coming up that make him use his powers. That's just crazy frustrating. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have today. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any more amazing stuff from us. I'll see you next time.